Dear brothers and sisters, today we are celebrating the feast of Saint Gemma Galgani. She is known as the flower of Lucca, daughter of the Passion. She was born in a city near Lucca, Italy on March 12, 1878. One of her quotes is, "If you want to love Jesus, learn to suffer, and suffering teaches you to love." This is what we see in the life of Gemma Galgani. She has learned to suffer, and suffering taught her to love Jesus and others. Her father, Enrico Galgani, was a famous pharmacist, and her mother, Aurelia Galgani, taught her the passion of Jesus to her. From the age of 4, her mother used to show the crucified Lord to her and taught her how the Lord loved her unconditionally. She learned the lesson of suffering at a younger age, and she loved her mother so much. And she lost her mother at the age of 9. She lost her father at the age of 19, became an orphan. But through the school of suffering, she learned to accept everything in her life. And in her own suffering, she became the father and mother to her younger brothers and sisters. At the age of 19, she had developed a spinal meningitis, and there was no cure for that. A sister who visited her gave a card of Gabriel Possenti and asked her to say the novena. She faithfully prayed, and with a great devotion she was praying the novena, and one day Gabriel Possenti appeared to her. He had assured her that she will be healed and she is going to receive a special grace in her life. She was cured on March 2nd, 1899. And after a few weeks later, in June 8th, as she was praying, Blessed Mother appeared to her. And she felt that Blessed Mother protecting her with her mantle. And Gemma was experiencing a great love deep in her heart. And suddenly she saw the crucified Lord. She saw the Lord with his wounds, but those wounds became a flame of fire. And the fire was coming to touch her heart, her hands and her feet. And she felt great love and great pain in her body. But all through this experience, she felt the warmth of the mother, and Mother Mary is protecting her with her mantle. When this experience was over, she felt that Mother Mary is kissing on her forehead, and she had realized that she is fallen on the floor. When she got up, she had great pain in her heart and in her hands and in her feet, and there was blood flowing from those wounds. She had received the stigma. She wiped the blood And this was continuing every week. Every Thursday she used to get these marks in her body and used to disappear on Friday by noon, 3 o'clock, or by Saturday. It was a great experience, a mystical experience in her life. She felt the love of the Lord, crucified Lord, in her life. After this experience, she went for a Holy Year mission in St. Martin's Cathedral, where she first time met a Passionist, Father Echton. He listened to her, a miraculous heal, and her mystical experience, and allowed her to do the private vows. He had introduced her. Father Germano was an eminent theologian and great spiritual father who helped her in her later stage. Father Germano was working on the cause of Gabriel Possenti, and he listened to her. And from that time till her death, 1903, April 11th on Holy Saturday, Father Germano guided her and promised her that a convent will come to Lucca. All through her life, Gemma Galgani experienced the great love of the Lord in her life, and she responded to that love and shared that love to her brothers and sisters, especially the people, those who are orphaned, those who are sick, those who are poor, and no one to care in the town. She was beatified in April 1933 by Pope Pius XI, and she was canonized by Pope Pius XII in 1940. All through her life, what we see, a great follower of St. Paul of the Cross. In canonical sense, she was not a Passionist, but in the spiritual sense, she was a great follower of the Passion. All through her life was learning to suffer. And today, looking at the life and example of St. Gemma Galgani, what we learn is we are also called to learn to suffer, especially during this COVID pandemic time. We have hundreds of questions to raise, but a person of the passion of the Lord, we become the hands and voice of the Lord. As we experience His great love, the crucified love, as a Passionist in our life, we are called to reach out to one another and to be a message of unconditional love in today's world. May the intercession of Gemma Galgani be always with us, and may the Lord bless each one of us during this time to care and love one another.